Michael W. Smith has sold over 15 million records. He has charted 25 hit songs in pop, Christian, and worship music. Recently, Michael led a night of worship, prayer, and spiritual awakening at Nashville's biggest indoor arena. The event was called Surrounded. It's also a television special, and it's coming right here to TBN on Monday, October the 29th. Here's a little clip.
Right now begin to rise up and declare that there is one church, one Lord, one faith, and one baptism, one God and Father of all. And there is only one color that matters, and it is red, and it is the blood of Jesus, and he is worthy to be praised.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Michael W. Smith. You knew they were going to play your stuff, right?
I didn't know that. That's great. That was a great surprise.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's the biggest miracle. Filling Bridgestone Arena to the rafters with praise and worship, are getting 200 pastors and churches to agree on helping you do it.
We'll tell you the 200 pastors.
I mean, it's hard to melt schedules together like that. I'm truly impressed that you were able to see this kind of experience come together.
If the world's going to change, we've got to unify. And we, maybe that program that you're doing is really not that important. And I think, you know, I just know and you're the theologian here, so you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's only one place in the Bible and Psalms where God commands a blessing is when people come together and unify together. So the whole night was that we have to have every color and have every tribe and every nation, and that all has to be represented. And that was sort of the number one kind of goal in my mind.
Well, I was going to ask, what was the vision for Surrounded? What was it that sort of clicked in your head and you said, we need to put this event together, and here's why?
I think the unity part is big because I think on so many levels we have not been unified. And
even the church.
Even the church. And I think that's like the most important component if we're going to have this great awakening that we all have prayed for years. So something's really going to shift. I honestly got the whole thing, honestly, when somebody called me and reminded me to read a passage from Amos 5. I'd read it before, but somebody told me to read Eugene Peterson's, the message. It said, basically, God's sort of not very happy with his people. He said, I'm tired of your sacrifices and I'm tired of your music. Which really got my attention. That's what I do.
Well, and Trey says that to me every time I play with the band. Every time. He says that to me.
So whatever, but then it said, the music, turn it off, and then what I'm looking for is I'm looking for justice to roll like a waterfall. And so I just started getting downloads and thought, what's justice? And setting up for those who don't have a voice. Just getting out of yourself and doing something for somebody. And so so we did this little thing in the round at the factory in Franklin, and then had this vision to do it at Bridgestone. It was a free event. We didn't know if anybody would come, but they did come. And
boy, did they ever come.
It was awesome.
And the beautiful thing, it was captured by TBN to be aired as a special. It won't be the same as being there. I mean, there's no way that it would be the same. But to give voice to what happened that night, and hopefully Maybe it happens in other cities and it happens again. And this is a great catalyst and stimulus for people to say, wasn't that incredible when people came together and forgot everything but just worship and praise?
Yeah. I think it's a model for what can happen in every city in America and all around the world, honestly.
If unity happens, it doesn't mean necessarily that everybody walks out of the room agreeing with each other on everything, right? I mean, unity is not sameness.
I think unity, where I'm coming from, and I think what Scripture tells us that, I mean, we can disagree on a lot of things, and we can have some different theological differences on what we believe about this, but there are a few things that are like most important, and I think we have more in common than we don't.
Yeah.
And those are the things I think that are catalysts in like changing a nation and changing the world. And a lot of this, honestly, Mike, was, I mean, people prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. There was a lot of prayer, and there was a lot of just, not just in Nashville, but in Manchester and Chattanooga and Knoxville, people flying in from all around the country, still people talking about it all the way from New Zealand and Seoul, and it's just remarkable. So something happened that night. I don't think it ended. I think it's still going on.
Maybe it was just getting started, and we want to continue to keep up with it. And we're excited that the special is going to air here on TBN, and everybody will get a chance to taste a little of it. But you've got to do one thing for us. You've got to come back in a few minutes and sing for us. We don't let you leave unless you do.
I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
All
yes,
right.
Sir.
By the way, you can text SURROUNDED to 316-316. Text SURROUNDED, 316-316. You'll receive updates on this special worship experience, and you can watch Surrounded on TBN right here on this network Monday, October the 29th. It is a powerful worshipful event, and it has incredible music as well as prayer. Monday night, October 29th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and it is only on TBN. Where else?